All right, Leon, I am back and we are doing subtraction again. And they really have not gotten into the hard subtraction that I really wanted you to get in. I wanted you to get into where you have to borrow for every column. And then if you have zeros, you can't borrow from that column. So you have to fix that column first. So I guess later on in this third grade book, you'll get to that. So this is still pretty easy. So let's just see if we can do one together and then we'll do some and check back with each other. Let's do number 3. So it's 7,348. We're on this page right here. Okay, number 3. 4,000 minus 4,523. So let's see if we can subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5. 4 minus 2 is simple. 3 minus 5, well, we can't do that because we can't take 5 away from 3. So let's borrow from the 7,000, make that 6,000, and carry that 1,000 over. And now we have 13 hundreds. 13 minus 5 is 8, and 6 minus 4 is 2. So that's pretty easy. So see if you can do 5, 7, and 9, and I'll do 5, 7, and 9, and then we'll check them and see if we match. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm done. Are you done? If you're not done, why don't you just hit that pause button? Because I don't want to give you the answers until you've got them. Alright, it's just hard for me to know how long it's going to take. So if you have unpaused it, let's go over them. Number 5, what did you get? Can you read that big number out loud? I got 4,118. Did you get that? All right, let's look at number 7. I got 2,622. Did you get that? Number 9. I got 1,514. Did you get that? All right, when you turn this into me, I want to see where you borrowed, because I'll know then that you didn't just copy what I called out to you. All right, let's look at number 11. It's a 2-part problem, so let's see what the parts are. Ethan and his friends pick up discarded oyster shells after local oyster festivals. That's a tongue twister. This month, they filled 5,765 baskets. How many baskets did they fill after the oyster fling? Wait a minute, I'm not understanding. Why are you picking up oysters? Ethan and his friends pick up discarded oyster shells after local oyster festivals. This month, they filled 5,765 baskets. How many baskets did they fill after the oyster fling? Okay, so there's 3 different festivals. They've got an Oyster Shuckers Festival, an Oyster Roasters Festival, and an Oysters Fling. So we know that the total that they picked up was 5,675. So if you write that down, 5,000, 675. All right. Now we have to figure out how many they did at the oyster fling. So we know the total and we know one part. How do you find the other part that's missing? You have to subtract. But in order to get that missing part, we have got to add these 2 up, because that's the part that we know already, and that's what we have to subtract from this one, because this is the total that they picked up. This is the part that is known. This one is unknown. So we know the total, it's up at the top, and on the bottom of the triangle we know one of the parts, but we don't know the other part. So it's like this. I did this with my other kids. So So if you're subtracting, and I had these circles empty, so if you've got 14 and you know the 8, what's the other part? Well, you can subtract. 14 minus 8 is 6. So that's what we have to do. But first, we're going to have to add up those two numbers. So I'm going to write down 1,847 plus 1,762, because that'll be the total of what we know. It'll look like this. Yeah. Okay, so you got to add that up. 7 plus 2 is, 4 plus 6 is, 9 plus 7 is. All right, so what did you get? I got 3,609. So that's the part that we know. And then out of that 5,675, there's one part we don't know. So if we subtract the part we know, which is 3,609, then we'll get that part we don't know. So can we say 5 minus 9? No, we cannot. All right, what did you get? Write down what you got on that bottom slot. Because if you add all three of those numbers up, you should get 5,675. So in order to find a missing part of a total number, you need to subtract the part that's known. All right, so on the back side, all you got to do is number 4 and number 6. And you have to read the story problem number 7. Cross out the bottom. I already crossed it out for you. We're not doing it. So if you read number 7, it's going to have 2 parts in order to get the answer. So read it carefully and think about it. I know you can do that because you're really good at math. All right, that's all we've got for math today. And I will see you for math practice.